Hello, welcome back. In our previous episode, actually, we stopped when we were looking at getting the customers. It is going to be very easy. So, under normal circumstances on the e-commerce, all people who actually register as users, they end up actually being the customers, because if you look at the point at which they enter into the application, it is at that point when they want to buy something, because at the first time someone is not prompted to sign up or anything. So when they want to purchase something, is at that point when they become actually customers. So anyone who registers on the e-commerce as a normal user is a customer, okay, whether they have bought something or not, because they actually can, the fact that they've showed interest in the first time, they might actually come back in the next time and then they buy, okay. So all the registered users, they become customers. So we're going to first of all work on this endpoint, I guess, and it shouldn't be really hard. If you wanted, we could actually leave the endpoint, because it would be the same thing we did here for the farmers. Okay, let me first look at the endpoint that we created for farmers. I'm not sure what we did there. So if I just come here and I just look at farmers route, how did we get all the farmers? And you can just see here, okay, you can just see here, this is the endpoint. Does this endpoint work? Let's first see, because this is exact endpoint you should just use, to be sincere. So I'm just going to duplicate this and just look at the data that one has. I'm just going to change this one to API farmers. Okay, I'm just going to get API farmers, and let's see if I just have some. Yeah, so we have actually some farmers, though they have no farmer profiles, but actually we have the farmers. Okay, great, that's great. And you can see others have the profiles actually. Okay, others have the profiles. And in the future I was thinking of this farmer profile, of making it a multi-step form, but for now let's just leave it like that. Okay, so I'm just going to do the exact same thing with, and then this one is going to be, first we're just going to write update, I think. Okay, for this profile, but what we can just do is just simply copy the gate of this one. Let me just copy here this gate. In fact, just come here and let me copy the route. Copy, and let's just go to API and create a new folder called customers. Okay, and then here let's paste this. Okay, so we go ahead and go to this route. Okay, and we can just go ahead and remove the post for now, and let's leave the gate, and we find the users, and then we just here change the role to user, as simple as that. And maybe here we just put user profile. If you check in our schema, okay, if you check in our schema here, for the user profile, I think we have something like, let's first go and see the user. Can I just drop this off down? Okay, user. So we have the user here, and you can see we have the farmer profile, and how comes oh, and then we have this profile. So this one is called profile. This is farmer profile, this is profile. Okay, so for this case in here we just say include profile, just like this. Okay, then here fetch users. And by the way, there's one thing I want to show you. I think it's something we're going to work in the future. If you look in my Prisma folder, has now two files. This data, it is empty right now. I'm trying to look for a way of in the future of seeding our data. Okay, like if you're just going to buy the e-commerce, or you're going to say the e-commerce, you can have like whereby you can seed, like you get the some data populated to the e-commerce minus creating one by one. So I'm working on this. When I get it right, I will you guys show you how it works and we'll walk through. But for now, those ones who just have access to the code, just don't get scared for these two files. Okay, this one and this one. Right now they're not doing anything really, but just only focus on our schema file. And then in this route, so right now we have these ones as I just call them customers, and here of course we just put customers. Okay, just put customers, and let's just go and change this route to customers, and we see API customers. Okay, so we have some data here. So profile is now, we haven't worked on updating the profile, but we'll soon do that. Okay, at least we have a number of customers. So the API endpoint is very clear. Okay, so we can now just proceed. If you go to these customers, there is no need of just jumbling a lot here. So if you go to this farmers page, I think it's just as clean as this, as simple as that. Just only passing the the endpoint. So let me just go ahead and remove all these first. Okay, just going to say customers is equal to get data, so just say get data, and let's pass in the customers. Okay, so when this data comes, we're just going to actually put this data here. Now for this, it is actually going to be only admin looking at these customers. So these are the users. They are not going to look at this. So just simply put this, and let's pass in customers, and that should be it. Okay, now there is whether we should put the endpoint for adding a new customer. I'm not sure, because if it's just going to be the admin, you can be having ability to add a new customer. Okay, so you can see right now, how comes we don't have data? Let me just, it is await, so await, make sure you have await there, and let me just remove all this. Now we should have some users here, some customers. Yep, so you can see all these ones. Okay, you can see all these ones, users, and we already have this. Now for the, let's just edit small here on these columns. So the columns we want exactly the same, only that we're just going to change a few things. Okay, most also on the action. Okay, and there is this edit endpoint. I'm not sure if we're just supposed to edit. Okay, there is here where we have this farmer. We say just work on this edit action, this action thing. I'm not sure if we should just like delete and do that. Okay, but at least we have all these people who have registered, and even the date of registration and their roles. Okay, so that one is fine. The only thing right now I just want to think about is that we're just going to hide this from the farmer. Okay, we'll hide this from the farmer. So I'm just going to go to, at least we have them. And maybe for now, if you just check here, I think you have ability to edit, like you can update. Okay, fine. Then you can delete. Okay, so you can you can update the details if you are the admin. Oh, so you can just put even a link if this customer has an order. Okay, that was great. Let me just go back to that. Under actions, they have this one whereby you can check if you go to customer order and you check if they have any orders that belong to this customer. I think that is really great in these actions action tabs here. So you might just have to work on these actions for the for the customer part, for the customer part. If you check under the farmers, here's update with this ID. Let's check there. It has this. Okay, so I think this is why we bring in the profile. Okay, this is why we bring in like the user the user profile. I don't know if we worked on that, but this is why you bring in the user profile. I remember like there is this, is it Tailwind? I don't know, I don't remember. There's the one which had a nice page. I'm not sure if it is Tailwind UI. Let's check. There is one which had like a nice, I think it was under forms. Was it under forms? I'm not really sure. Like if I'm to remember, was it, I think it was something to do with forms, where there was a user. Let me see. Yeah, so I think it's this one, whereby you have all this information. I think this is just like a good one because all the information we want about this like the user is here. So there is this, as I can see here, profile, image, street. This is the information they filled in even in the, yeah, So we can just like have this. We can just like adopt one of these designs. Okay, not bad. I think we just like go. There is this one column. Not sure if this one is the base or not. Because this information we have it actually. Two column. I think we'll just stick with one of these ones. So we have to build out one of these ones whereby we can create a user can update some of these things. He can update their personal information, shipping address, and so basically we like the checkout information. The checkout information they added. Instead, this time we actually bring it as their user information, and they can update it wherever they want. So I think that one is something to look up to. But the one in this video, what I just wanted actually is to bring to your attention where we have reached. Let me first go and limit this one so that I don't forget. The next time we are going to create an admin user. Okay, just going to create an admin user, and the one we are going to be using from the admin side. So right now what I just want to go to the sidebar. So just go to components, and here you can just have the sidebar, and in this farmers we can actually take off these customers. Okay, can take off these customers. Okay, great. So now what I just want is that we're having some other pages that we are going to switch interest to. Now that on the dashboard we are remaining, I think, with that part. This one is no longer existing, but since it is still here, so we just have to work on to the, so we are remaining with these two. Well, we'll have to edit this user here, this customer, edit customer, delete customer, and maybe also view orders. So here we just add like 3 actions. So you're just going to have to work on those actions. I don't know if we should just work on it right now to deal with that. So if you just go to okay, so I'm just thinking if we should work onto this customer. We will have to design this form, something of this kind. I think it's something we can actually just do on the profile page. Actually, you can just like create the whole entire, because let me first return this one so that we work with it a bit. So if we just go back to the dashboard, let's get serious now. So if we just go into these the customer, you just do have the same thing here. So I'm just going to copy this update and this new, so that we can create a new new customer. So just going to copy these two, go to this customer, okay, then paste. So now we have customer, we have new. So when we just go here in the page new, we have here, just going to change this one as new customer. Okay, I don't know if here we have in this one, can you add a new customer? You cannot add a new customer, but you can update. Okay, so just only leave the update folder. So here new, let's remove it so that they register themselves. Okay, I'm just going to remove the new, and we remain with customers update on a specific ID. Okay, so you just go here, you have to have this, so you have to create a form. So I don't know if we have the user profile form. There was this page, we're just having this, this one is the profile. So let's just go and we're just going to create this update for the customers update, then this page. Let me just go here, update customer. Okay, and then here is going to be title. This title, does it have to change to update? Of course, this will be the admin. So you have to create this form. We can first look at this one. Okay, so I'm just going to simply also get this one. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this form, and inside here where we have these ones, okay, I'm just going to create here customer form. So new for here customer form dot jsx, paste everything here. Okay, so just make some changes. Of course, we are going to pass in the user, so just see this one as customer form. Okay, so just look at the data we want. we can first test this one, and we don't pass in any information. Customer update. Just change this one to customer form. Okay. And just going to remove this. So here, update, and in the columns, so you can see here we have this endpoint, edit endpoint, and the endpoint, one is for delete, one is for the edit. So this one is like informers update. So here just going to be like customers. Okay, and this one just putting is actually like this endpoint here. Okay, customers update, and then we will have here this customer dot id, which we're just going to define here, the customer, and then here is the title is going to be customer. Okay, and then for the delete is going to be also customers. Okay, and then here just going to have customer.id. Okay, so just updating these. Okay, and if we just go back, okay, and let's refresh. Let me hope we don't have any errors. So if you just go back here, now you see have the customer and this edit, and you can see it is saying customers update, and then it passes this. If you just go to that, let's see, if you click on this, okay, so you can take it, takes us to this page where we say like update. You can see customers update with this ID. So supposed to have here the customer page. Okay, supposed to have this the customer page. So let's just go and try to modify actually this page, and we have this page. It is actually this one. Okay, if you see what they have, you can see the first farmer's full name. Farmer's full name is this one. Okay, so we can take in consideration of that. Okay, we can see the information that we might just need, more especially the one on the checkout. Let me see if I can see the checkout process. Just come and duplicate this, and let me just go ahead and go to this online store. And I'm just going to go and go continue to check out, so that we look at this information. So on the registration, we ask them few things. So the first one is like personal details. Okay, so just going to start with the personal details, and I would want to change the structure of this form somehow. I don't know how I can do that, but I wanted to change the structure of this into the way this one is. I think it's very easy. We can just go and get these cards. Okay, you can just go and get these cards the way they are with these titles. That is a good idea. Let me just go to checkout. So we have checkout forms, so like for instance personal details. Okay, these ones. So I'm just going to copy this starting from here. Now leave around the nav buttons, just copy this, the inside part. Okay, and this time we're not going to have a matchstick form, but I'm just going to come here to this. So instead this time is that I'm just going to also have I want to see where those let me just first replace with this one, and I see a second personal details grid. Okay, I think the grid was within, so let me just go back to the customer form. So even if you remove, I think all these just like that, and then let's paste in this here. Let's see what happens this side. Here, okay, looks great. When it is the other card, they just look for where this one is contained. Just a second, where this personal details goes. Let's just go back up here, front checkout page. So we have this cart banner, and the inside this card, I think they're the ones which forms this card if you just look at it. So let me just simply copy this. Okay, Control C, and in this one let me just give it this one and we see what happens. Okay, okay, great. So this is good. We have it here, and we can just go ahead and give some max width, I guess. Max width maybe 4. Okay, could just go with 4 or even 3, and make sure you have Amex Auto to make sure it is in the center. Let's look at that. Okay, so this looks great. Okay, this looks great, and so we could just have after that we could have like a border. Okay, so you just put like this, put like border bottom. Let me see what that one just could do. Border bottom, and maybe border gray. I'm not sure. Okay, there is no padding, so you just go and give this padding bottom of maybe 10. So you see we have this line. So from there we can have another section. Let me just go and bring in another section. Let me just go and bring another section from the components checkout. So the second one, if you leave that, you just go back this side. So the second one is, so just go that is the shipping. So you go to the shipping, shipping address. It's okay. So same thing, copy this, go into customer form, and down here just going to have this. So the only thing is this, the labels, we don't need the shipping cost. We might just not need the shipping cost really. So I'm just going to remove the shipping cost here. So just remove this. The rest I think is good. Let's go and see. Reference track, we are good. We are good. So we have to do the same thing, but here then we have to first of all put this one also. Let's just give it a padding top of 10, so that it also just puts a space. Okay, so you have the personal details, shipping address, and then I think finally let's see, I don't know if the payment method is really something they need to change. Okay, so we could just like have this information for now. We could have this information, the first name, last name, and you could also have others like username, let me see, I don't know which other information we can take. Let me just check on this this side of, so we have the username. Do they like really on this e-commerce, do we need to take the about? Not really. Okay, so the profile image, yep, so they can add the profile image. That's cool. Personal information, we have first name, last name, email, country, street address, city, state, that one is okay. There is this notification, yep, so they can, okay, candidates, no, but this one just no need it really. The only thing we just need maybe is the profile image and maybe the username. Okay, so we can just simply add this block from the farmers, the farmer, new farmer form. I'm just going to go and get what we had the image input here. Okay, and just simply go back to the customer form. So under personal details, I think it is really that we put that. So I'm just going to go down here and I'm just going to import this. I think the image input is already there. So the only thing you have to change is this endpoint. Okay, then you have to create this state. Is that state there? Image. Yep. Other information like this coupon code, remove it. Products. Let's go and in the upload thing, API upload thing, let's go and create is under I think core. So we can just create for this. You can see we have the farmer profile. We can just simply duplicate this. Down here we create another one, another profile, which is like customer profile. Just a customer profile uploader. Copy this. That's the only thing we just need to do. Go back to this, and then you can just simply go here and you can just see this, and here you can just see customer profile image. Okay, then set image URL. Those ones are set. So now one nice thing you can just do, so let's see. Okay, so it is here. You can see you can drop the image, and we can just remove this loading thing. Why are we having loading thing? Didn't we use in the layout? Let me just see in the layout, not the dashboard one, I guess. In the app, let's look at the providers. Next.js, I think we have this plugin which was supposed to avoid this. I think it's just because of the first time it is still loading the endpoint, and we could put it alone. I think we should just like put it last. Yep. So let me just go here. Go here. Where is it? Customer profile. I'm just going to duplicate this. Instead, here you should just put a user, the username. I feel like the other we should put along the customer, the image, but let's just leave it at that point. And this will be the same thing on the profile page, the user profile page. Now the next thing is populating the details, because already we have, like, we can have this user. So if the user purchased something, then the information can be there. If they didn't, then they can find it empty. What I remember is that on registration we ask them for the full name. Let's first check, what do we ask on registration? Register. Let's look at the register route. So we ask for the full name. Okay, so we can just like also add the field for the full name. it's okay. You know, it is something which looks like lousy, but we can ask, or the problem, we cannot combine them. Like, do we need to split them to get the first name and last name? I don't know what we'll just do there. It sounds like not really useful, but I'm just going to add two fields. Okay, I'm just going to add two fields, like the full name, full name, and then this one is going to be username. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you have full name, username, first name, last name. Okay, so now on this page, if you think about it, update this. Supposed to use the params. Let's go to that page. Is it this one? Update customer, params ID. We could use that ID in a number of ways. Okay, we could use that ID number of ways. We can fetch the user. Okay, we can fetch a user for that ID and then we send that data. We could also fetch that user. We can use that user in orders because there is that information in the order. I don't know which one we should do, but primarily we can just do something like const user is equal to await get data, and let me just come and here pass in this passing just pass in this here. You just can say users, and then we pass in the ID. And of course, if you hover this, let me first make this one async. If you hover here, you will see that it actually takes in a user, so we could just say user is equal to user, just like that. So if you pass in a user here, I'm not sure if anything will change this side. Most especially like this button should have changed to update. Nothing much, but is there any user? Did we pass here? Did we get some details of this? If you go to this side, they have a user. Where are we using this information? They are spreading it here. Do we have active here? I just not have even others, and personal details. Let me just look at this user. Console.log user. And we just look at this user here briefly. I'm seeing here an object. I'm not sure if it is this one. Yep, so we have the email. Okay, we have the email, we have this. Oh, okay, so that information, I think we can just get it from the profile. Yep, so we have this email verified ID, name. So you can see here we have the name, we have the password and the role. In the things we can just return, we don't want the password at any point to be returned. Okay, so we can just go and create a nice user here. Let's just for a second, let's go to this API. So avoid having something like this on the client, whereby someone can see the verification token. Role is okay, but the verification token, and maybe the verification token is okay, but the password, we don't need the password. So if you go to the API, API users, so we're just using this endpoint. Basically, this is the one which is giving us, and we can just say include. First of all, we could just like include the profile to true, just like that. And if you just do that, it will just give us more information here, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see profile, but it's saying null. Okay, so now how are we going to exclude some things from here? I think there is, I don't know if we should just get the whole information, but if you go back to the Prisma documentation, if you go to the Prisma documentation quick start, and now you actually search about this find unique, just go and search something about this. If you just find unique, let's find unique. Let's find unique and see. There is this find unique. So find unique lets you retrieve a single database record by ID or by any unique attribute. Find unique replaced find one. Okay. Blah blah. Let's look at the options. I'm interested in the options. So now there is this thing which says select. Okay, so this specify which field is to include. Okay, select fields. Let's see an example here. Select specify, so you can see here we can pass in select. Okay, so let's just pass here select. And what do we want select? want to select, if you just look at this data on this, maybe we could select email, name, ID, created at, name, email, ID. Okay, maybe created, I'm not sure if a created at is really needed. We can first leave it. Even ID, I'm not sure, but role, we can also select the role. It's true. And name, email. For email verified, we don't need it actually. The verification token, I'm not sure if we want the verification token, because this is for the email verified, we don't need it. Maybe just pass in created at only, just in case we need it. Created at. Okay, so now we have this one. Let's go and see if this affects the query, how it comes. Okay, let's just wait and see. Where is this? Is it failing to fetch the user? There is some error actually here. There is a message, Prisma failed to fetch a user. I think the select is bringing errors. Let me check. Where select include, please either use include or select, but not both at the same time. Okay, so can I just say, for instance, can I put profile inside here? Let's just reload one more time. We see if actually select can also select the profile, because we need the profile data. Okay, so it's as if I saw some object. Okay, so it is here. So look at this, very cute. So we have the email, ID, name, profile, and the role. Good. So that one is solved. We can use select and use one of them. So here we can select the fields we want. Very nice. Now what I just want is to fill in some of these ones. For instance, the full name, let's give it a name. So customer feed, we want to fill in some information. So for instance, in this form we have the full name, so just call it name. This one is going to help us to with the incoming data. We don't have the username, but we have the email. So I don't know why the email, let's see here, the email is coming a name. Most of these two, they could work. we are spreading here. Remove this is active. So I don't know why these default values are not working. Okay, yep, so the email is coming very nicely, and the full name, so someone doesn't need to actually fill in this and the email address. Okay, so now we could also get now the information from this other information supposed to be from the profile. Okay, is supposed to be from the profile. So now at some point, so we have to go and look at our profile. What do we have in the profile? So if you just go and check, if you go and check in the schema, let's look in what we have in the profile. So you see right now we don't have much, and by that there is date of birth. Okay, so you can just like update with date of birth somewhere on this personal information. We can have date of birth. Okay, so date of birth, let me go to the customer. Okay, so after the username, we can have here date of birth. Label is going to be date of birth. Then here we could just save it as just look at here how it is. It is actually date of birth, just like that. Just update it here, just like that. Okay, then we have, you can see we have date of birth. The only thing we just have to change is the type, date. Okay, so you just have to change to, oh, did I change a wrong one? It has to be on date of birth here, type, date. Okay, for the phone number we could change it to, but doesn't really matter. It seems like pretty fine right now. It looks solid. So we have to get all these into our here. Where is it? Where is schema? So you have to update all this information. So what we can just do is we can just simply go to this order. I don't know where order is. So the order has most of this information. I'm just going to come here and get this like this. For the payment method, let's just leave it. Okay, up to there. Ctrl C, and let's find the profile. Let's say Ctrl F. Profile. And just say user profile. User profile. Okay. So you could just like go ahead and add all this information. Okay, first name, last name, email. Now I'm not sure if, for instance, email need to be added because we already have the registered email. Okay. Street, district, and all this. So this represents all the information we have here, except username. So you have to add one more for the username. Okay. And we could just like make this information not required, all of it. Like really someone can fail event feed it. Okay. And then I think the profile image. Okay, so him just going to get here this the profile image. So you can say profile image, which is a string. Okay, profile image. Let's look more. At least all this information is there. Profile image, street, city, country, district, all these ones are there. I think we have all the use. Is this address? What is this address? We have street address, which is here, so we don't need really address. Then we have country, district, city, all those ones are there. So this is the profile. Okay, so we could have a step whereby if someone sends now from this data here, it goes and updates the profile. For this first name, it might not be really used as such, and if wanted we could just even make this one not changeable, but let's just leave it, because for the full name if you look at the user here, we have the name, email. Okay, that is the other full name. Then other information is stored this side. Okay, let's just put also name. Maybe we just like we'll just actually update this data on the profile. Name. Okay, so now when we update this, so you can just go ahead and we can update this information. Okay, so you can make sure that all this information, let me just remove some things. The redirect, let's first leave the redirect is just supposed to push to, if someone updates from here, it should take them to back to the customers. Should take them back to dashboard. Dashboard customers. We're going to have another one as dashboard customers. Then there is this data code. There is no code we need. User ID, data.use ID. Okay, . Products, we don't need. Profile, data.profile image. Okay, is image URL, that one is okay. Make post request. You're supposed to make, you're just going to make a put request. Okay, I'm just going to say make put request. Okay, so set loading, API endpoint, data, resource name, redirect, and reset. Okay, so this one is going to be API customers. You're supposed to send this to a specific endpoint whereby we're updating the customers. Here you're supposed to have like user.id. Let's just make this one just like that. Okay, just like making this API endpoint. Then this one is the customer profile, redirect, and then reset. Okay, so when you go to this endpoint, API customers, let's go to the users. Here, what are they updating? They don't have the update. Okay. Let's just go to the farmers. So farmers, they have also delete. They have two endpoints. Okay, I'm just going to simply copy one of these ones really, and we just see how we can update. I just want to get the one where they are doing update really. Yeah, so something like this. So I'm just going to copy this, let's go to the customers. There is getting a specific customer. We can first leave that, delete, and then put. Let's first work on the put. So this information that comes here, we have params, then we can receive all the data here. You could just like first find if the user is existing. I don't know if it is necessary here, existing user. Okay, and if not existing user, we could just return just like that. Otherwise, updated user, we're just going to update the profile. So this one is user profile. Where ID is ID, and then the data is the one we got from this side. Okay, so as a challenge, okay, as a challenge, I want you to go ahead and create this endpoint. I'm just going to first remove others. Okay, we just only want to make this put. So as a challenge, I want you to go ahead and send this data. So we have our data from this customer form. We are sending it via this endpoint. It is reaching here on the customer route. So first thing, accept this data here, and then go ahead and create this. If you can update the profile, congratulations. I will show you how to do it in the next episode. Another thing I want you to think about is that in the next video, we're just going to work on these pages. So we have two big pages on the front end. The first one is the category page. So the category page will look something like this. If someone clicks on the category, we'll have all the products in that category, and then we have filters. Okay, we'll have these filters nice like this. We have sorting here. Okay, so this is coming up next. So this page, the category page, then we have the market page. The market page will look something like this. Okay, so we just build these those two pages in the next coming video. Of course, I will show you how this this one, how I would have done it, and then we just have we just see what to do next. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Though today in this episode I wasn't feeling well, but we managed to do some small work. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.